stress, pressure, expectation, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Aurora. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
On the move. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Caught near the sticks. It's Riggs. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Headed in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Riggs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
This quarterback part of their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Go straight ahead. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Makes the grab. It's Riggs. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Riggs. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. This guy is so impressive, both with his ability to move, to buy time, to run, and then he'll kill you with his arm.
You believe it? He's just a freak. It's like he's playing a video game, and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires it down the seam. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Quick completion on the out route. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Right back to the well. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up 4th.
Field goal is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The give to the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the wideout. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the tailback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
At the 14-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now they'll try the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
third down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Running back searching for a hole. Jumped on top of the pile. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back, now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He uncorks one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Penn State!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the Nittany Lions looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And a decent gain there. The defense makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. 4 base bang. 4 base bang. Dip 3 soda. Dip 3 soda.
Looking to fire. He turns that loose down the right side. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Come on, set.
Here's the handoff. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and this defense had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to fire on 2nd down. On target. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 27. Bloomsburg University, 7.
third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Plucks it out of the air. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Going for the big play. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on fourth down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge fourth down conversion.
He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make them.
Turning it on! The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch, it's Riggs. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the double.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Can't get him to the ground. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And when you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is an area of the game, on offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Defense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The kick is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's Quinn. Right on the money. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Well, that is a Herculean effort. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and somehow was able to use his speed and his vision and awareness and still get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. It's complete. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Quinn. Looking for the score. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard.